good morning, afternoon, evening, or nighttime, wherever and whenever you may be whenever you may be watching. Thanks for clicking. In today's video, we're going to be talking. I felt like a boxing ring announce then. In today's video, we're going to be talking about. I hope you're settled in for the long haul here. We're going to be talking about the fragrance Marleybone Wood. The fragrance we're talking about, guys, is Marleybone Wood by the house Penhaligons. Penhaligons holds a special place in my heart. If you've seen some of my other videos, you may already know I'm a big fan of Penhaligons. Not paid by them though. Penhaligons, get in touch. So to talk about the fragrance and the notes and how it performs on my skin and how I find it. The notes in this fragrance, there's not too many. It's just listed as having grapefruit at the top, and then you've got cedarwood, sandalwood, patchouli, amber, vetiver, things like that. So definitely with the cedarwood and sandalwood ties in with the name Marleybone Wood. You do get a woody kind of fragrance with this, but there's slight spices coming through which are not listed. Maybe it's some sort of spicy vetiver vetiver sounded Welsh then, spicy vetiver. But this fragrance is not a beast by any means. I personally find this to be a fragrance that I would either wear on a date night or, and I know this is going to sound strange to some people, but I know some of you do it, I know I do it, a fragrance that I would wear to go to sleep, or if it was the night time and I knew like I was going to bed, because it's not lavender, it doesn't smell like lavender, but it's definitely got that sort of like slight warming spice that you just, it's hard to explain. You know, like with lavender, when you smell it, and you just want to like, you know, it doesn't make your eyes sting or anything like that. It just makes you feel a bit heavier, things like this, and cozy. But that being said, this isn't necessarily like a warming fragrance or anything like that. The grapefruit definitely keeps it a little bit edgy, a little bit bright in that sense. But ultimately, it's a soft fragrance, I find. Like, I can imagine this not lasting me any time at all. You know, if I wanted to wear it out and about, I'm probably going to be putting on 3, 4, maybe 5 sprays of this. And even then, the projection is not going to be that strong. I like it. It's a very nice, rounded perfume. It's hard to explain, right? But it does smell like Penhaligons in a way. In their stores, if you ever get to go to this store, definitely check it out. Like I said, they do sales that they may not do online, so check that out. But in their stores, they pump out the fragrance of Halfeti, their signature scent. And I feel like there must be something in this that ties with Halfeti, because it's reminded me of being in a Penhaligons store. It smells classy. It smells rich and opulent, if that's the right word, but not like in a loud way. So this is quite a nice, calming fragrance. It's not like a typical winter warmer cozy fragrance like Rich Warm Addictive or like Pop Cherry, which I reviewed earlier. It's got something about it. It reminds me a little bit of Penhaligons Endymion, which has that sort of like soft, subtle spice. The grapefruit's in there, which is giving it a bit of an edge, but ultimately it's a soft, slightly spicy fragrance, in my opinion. I'll pop in a video of my mate Sam smelling it for the first time just to give his impressions. I'll get back to you after that. Hi guys, join my friend Sam. You may have seen him on the channel once or twice before. He's going to have a sniff of the fragrance to see his first impressions. I don't think he's tried it before. I won't tell him the name of it, but just see what he thinks of it. You have smelled fragrances from Penhaligons before though?
Yeah, I like them.
Big fan of Halfeti by Penhaligons. This isn't Halfeti, but I know he hasn't smelled this one. So, what do you think of that one? Honest thoughts, doesn't matter. If you don't like it, you don't like it. I'll tell you what it is called and what's in it after you've smelled it.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah? Anything you're picking up, like anything you think it smells like or similar or...
It's quite fresh.
Yeah?
Peppers, like, I got like almost like a peppery...
I don't think pepper's listed as a note, but I get what you mean, because I think it smells more like masculine.
Yeah, like maybe like a spice or something.
Yeah, like, so
Nice.
Penhaligons, if you don't know the brand, they are, for the most part, they're classed as unisex fragrances. So like, you know, men and women can wear them, as with most perfumes. But then there's one or two fragrances which I think lean more like sartorial. I don't know if you remember that one. That smells very manly, like a tweed, like a jacket. It's manly. And this is another one I think leans more masculine. So that one is called Marleybone Wood, which is a strange name. They released 3 fragrances that are all places in London. So they got like Marleybone Wood, Belgravia, chypre, I think they've got. And they got another one, I can't think of the name of it, I'll try and leave it in the description. But this one focuses on different woods. Yeah. So you've got, it's funny you said fresh at the start because the top note is grapefruit.
Okay.
So it's got like a fresh blast, perhaps like a zesty grapefruit. And then the other notes in there are cedarwood, sandalwood. Yeah. I want to say another type of wood, and then also patchouli, which could be contributing towards the spice.
Yeah, now you mentioned it, I can smell like kind of a wood smell.
Yeah. What would you like? Would you wear it or no?
Yeah, definitely. It's not like miles from Helfetti, like, do you know what I mean? It's like in the same ballpark.
Yeah, this is the thing. I think after you've smelled a few from a certain house, you sort of pick up the DNA of a house. Like it's like they use a certain method, or there's a certain ingredient that they use, which kind of runs through most of them. So I get what you mean.
I'd say a strong 8. Yeah,
a strong 8 pound. Good.
Yeah, I could wear that.
Happy days. And there we go, guys. That's the video. I was trying to think of what other perfume it reminded me of. And I once reviewed a fragrance called Scent Number 1 by Zara, which is a clone of Le Labo's Santal 33, and that focuses on the sandalwood note. So I guess it's the sandalwood coming through on this that's making it that, giving it that slightly spicy edge, but it's definitely not as strong as those other 2 fragrances. You know, you can over apply this and you're not going to offend anyone, in my opinion. I could imagine it all year round, but again, perhaps better for date nights or close encounters. £110 does seem a bit steep considering how well it performs, but that's just on my skin. It may be different for you. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I want to show you something real quick before I go. So please ignore the mess. But what I'm going to show you now is the currents. You may have noticed at the start of this video, the sun was shining on me like I was all things holy. I just want to show you the setup that I'm working with here because it's kind of comical. So, the tripod, excuse the mess, is currently set up on a jigsaw and a box of celebrations. That's some sort of box there. And then we've got my work boots holding that up there. The sun, I managed to block out with a piece of paper. It's, you know, A for effort. A for effort.